Okay, we are here with Roland Satterwhite, vocalist and viola player of the band Tolyqyn.
Tolyqyn, yes.
Tolyqyn. Well, now that we mention the name, where does it come from, Roland?
To be honest, the name comes from a nickname I had. My father had a nickname for me when I was a kid, similar to that name, but it actually doesn't mean anything.
And what was the nickname your father had?
It was Katoli. Tolyqyn.
Okay, but where did it come from?
I have no idea. I think he made it up.
Okay. Nice. How did you are from the USA originally?
Originally from Canada, but I grew up in the USA.
Okay. And are based in Berlin for a long time?
A long time, 12 years.
What is your route to the kind of the unique mix of music you're playing now? A mix of African music, blues, free.
The route is circuitous. It's I was in New York after college, and I wanted to play the guitar and be a rock star. And instead of that, I discovered Afro-Cuban music on the violin, not the viola, but the violin.
Okay.
And I joined an Afro-Cuban band with some Cuban guys and some American guys from William Patterson University in New Jersey, across the river from New York City.
Okay.
And we played every week for 3 years in a Spanish tapas bar. And it kind of one thing led to another. There's a huge Latino, or Latinx, they say now, population in New York, greater New York. So there was just tons of work. And I was working at that time in a biology lab, because that's what I had studied.
Yeah.
And basically I was just really taken by the rhythm of Afro-Cuban music. And that's kind of what started my journey, I guess, to something other than playing the violin or the viola in a traditional classical way.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was these rhythms that I realized after hearing West African music, Moroccan music, Ghanaian high life, Kora music from Mali, and etc. That a lot of what I like in Afro-Cuban music stems from African music.
Yeah. So when did you make the switch to the viola, or you still play
I still play both.
Yeah.
I play. This is the only actually band that I play viola in.
Okay.
I'm still primarily a violinist in terms of earning my living,
okay.
although I'm hoping this band will provide some more opportunities. We're working hard at that. So I play both.
Okay.
I play the violin with a bow mostly, and this without a bow.
Yeah, I was wondering, did you pack a bow? Do you pack a bow?
I don't even pack a bow.
You don't pack a bow?
I don't even have a bow.
What is this thing we see? Yeah.
This is just something to say, hey, this is something different. It's just a piece of plastic that I sprayed gold.
Okay.
And I think it's beautiful, and
it
has sort of like a sun and moon idea. I just made it basically out of a piece of plastic.
It looks cool.
Thank you.
So, well, I'm curious, with the violin, what kind of work do you do then? What kind of music do you play?
On the violin, I play these days. I mean, I've gone through so many different types of interests. I was playing a lot of flamenco for a while. I was playing fiddle in like American Western swing band. I was playing a long time in a band that's still technically active, Django Lassi, which is like Balkan swing. I really love Romanian music. I play with my partner Romanian music, and Slovakian music I play a lot of. But at the moment, my main sort of activity on the violin is with Mocha FD Orchestra, which is like old 20s style original music in that, from the States.
Okay. And are all the lyrics, are they by you?
All the lyrics that I'm singing here today are lyrics that I wrote.
Okay. Did you, because you released a new album a year ago?
We released our first debut album, which is called Tolyqyn, a year ago in April.
And you're working on a second?
And we're working on well, it's not technically an album, it's an EP.
An EP?
Yeah.
Less songs?
Five songs, but they're long, as you saw. We play long songs.
Okay. Can you tell a little bit why you draw your inspiration from for the new album? The
new album, well, Tolyqyn kind of started with my songs, and I approached Tal, the guitarist, and Kuba, our first drummer. And then the first album is mostly made up of songs that I had already written when I met them. But this album is made up of songs that Tal and I wrote together.
Okay.
Kuba, unfortunately, decided to change his career, as a lot of people did last year. We're still on good terms with him, and we were lucky enough to meet Rafat. And so Rafat is bringing in Rafat is classically trained, but he obviously has the Egyptian Arabic influence in his music and his ideas. And what I realized is I really love the way he uses the hi-hat. I don't know how to call it anything other than the African way of using the hi-hat. I mean, it's a continent, right? There's tons of music, but I really love how there's such percussive playing on the hi-hat in a lot of the ways that Ghanaian drummers and Senegalese drummers and now apparently Egyptian drummers also use the hi-hat. So
can you explain what exactly is it that he's doing? He's playing more with two sticks?
He's doing like subdivisions on the hi-hat that are syncopated, where you feel like you don't even need the bass drum or the snare to get a groove. When you have all of these different accentuations on the hi-hat that give you the subdivisions and the polyrhythms and the different various ways of feeling a groove.
Okay.
Yeah. So the musical influences in the new record come from what Tal is liking harmonically. He's basically in charge of the harmonic sequences in the songs.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some basic ideas, but as you saw today, he expands and then I follow him. So his influences are everything from jazz to Led Zeppelin to now he's super into Brazilian music and old, like obscure Brazilian music from the 60s and 70s. He's learning Portuguese. And I'm right now really into, it's embarrassing, I don't even know the particular name of the artist, but it's because I got it on a big hard drive from a friend of just pirated music 20 years ago. But it's one of the Kora masters from the 60s from Mali.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are some of the influences in the new record.
We're looking forward. You have a title yet for the album?
Yeah, we do. Well, we have a working title. It's Silver Seed.
Okay.
Yeah, which is the name of one of the songs, the last song we played today.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Okay.